Good afternoon. Today we were going to talk about the different types of guns and the things that make them each separate from each other. There are many types of firearms, and each offer their own disadvantages and advantages over each other. Today we'll be talking about the three main categories, which includes rifles, shotguns, and pistols. Given that we are from Alabama, I think it's safe to say that everyone has shot a gun before, and at least know somebody who owns a gun. But today, my goal is to help you become more familiarized in the different categories to help you make the best decision on your next firearm purchase. We will begin with rifles. Rifles are used at long ranges. They are used by the military, used for people that like to go hunting or participate in competition events such as going to ranges and seeing who can shoot the farthest, or whatnot. There are three main categories for rifles, and each have their own unique advantages and disadvantages. The first one we'll be talking about is semi-automatic rifles. They are the most common types of firearms we have today, and how they work is they require you to squeeze the trigger once, and one shell will be ejected, but one round will be discharged. A lot of people get confused between semi-automatic and fully automatic, and that's the biggest thing that sets them apart. Is just that fact that you pull the trigger once, you shoot once. Um, they usually have a higher magazine count than, say, a shotgun or a pistol. Some rifles have, semi-automatic rifles, I should say, have a maybe up to a 30-round clip magazine, however you want to say it. But that's the biggest thing that sets them apart from the other categories of rifles, is that you pull the trigger once, you shoot once. The next one we'll be talking about is fully automatic. Fully automatic requires special licensure to own. For example, say if I go to the gun store, Bass Pro Shops, or whatever, I will not be allowed to buy a fully automatic rifle. And you have to have a FFL license, Class 3 usually, and to own those, there's no way around that. It's just what has to be done. I would say they are the least common type of firearm you will find at a gun shop, and the least likely for your average person to have. It's typically the military use these quite often, and police forces, people of that nature. The third and final type of rifle we will be talking about today is bolt action. I'm going to group these into categories: bolt action, single shot, and lever action rifles. This category of rifle requires a physical action in between each round being fired. With a lever action, you actually have to use the lever to eject a shell, put a new shell in the chamber, and fire it off. Bolt action, same principle. You use the bolt as opposed to the lever. Whenever you're ready for a new round after you shoot, you bolt it, the old one goes out, the new one comes in. And a single shot is unique due to the fact that once you shoot it, you actually have to manually break the barrel, as they say, and insert a new round into the chamber. This category, the bolt action, single shot, lever action, they're all similar to each other, and I grouped those together due to the fact that they all require a actual physical action, whether it be the bolt, lever, or actually putting a new round in the chamber to fire off a new round. Moving on, shotguns is our next category. Shotguns are limited in their ability due to how they work. They offer a large spread at range. For example, your normal shotgun, you have different types of round you use for it. You may use a slug for deer hunting, a turkey load for turkeys, or birdshot as they call it for shooting skeets or rabbits. The clay targets is what I'm trying to get at, and they are going to have a range not much to exceed 100 yards or so. So with that being said, shotguns are mostly used for small game, target practice, and sometimes even self-defense, like in the house. A shotgun is a great way to have is a great way to protect yourself in your house. And I broke the shotguns into two separate categories. The first being semi-automatic, which is going to be the same as rifles. Um, each trigger pull equals a new round being fired. And then you have pump action or single shot. I group those together, which they both require a manual action for a new round to be fired. I.e., pump, you actually have to pump it. And same as a rifle, it's going to eject the old shell and insert a new shell into the chamber, ready to fire. Single shot, same way. Break the barrel, put a new round in the chamber, and you're ready to go. Third and final category we will be talking about today are pistols. And, pistols, a lot of drama surrounding pistols. I have broken down into two separate categories, which is semi-automatic and single shot or single action revolver. Pistols are highly effective in close range situations. They offer the ability to be carried easily, and they're usually lightweight. Because of this, pistols are typically used for self-defense, and again, military, police, all over the world utilize pistols, and that's the most common type of firearm to be carried by your everyday American or people throughout the entire world, I should say. And the two categories, first being semi-automatic, single round fired for each trigger pull. The next being single shot or a single action revolver, and they, once again, just like the rifles and shotguns, they require a manual action in order to fire a new round. In conclusion, we learned about the three main categories of weapons. We learned what makes them different and what makes them better suited for our individual needs or wants. I hope that everyone took a tidbit of information that will increase their knowledge of firearms. Thank you.